Hi, friend. Welcome. In today's analysis, it's gonna be on what? VIX 75. That's what we do for today. For those of you that view my channel for this first time, you should see a friend, Shaka, a forex trader. This is what I do for a living. I drop daily analysis concerning all volatilities in this boom and crash. So if you need things like this and you're not a full-time trader but you always get distracted monitoring your chart, do me a favor, just click on subscribe button and click on your bell. Whenever I drop daily analysis, something like this, you're not gonna watch your screen anymore. All you have to do is just watch it at your leisure time. If you're free, then wait for your entry. That's all you're gonna be doing. But for me, I'm a full-time trader. This is what I do for a living. Yeah, I do it all day. So sometimes I drop like 3 to 7 analysis in a day, depending how market is level. So before month's end, we can make a good profit depending no matter how much you have in your account. We also accommodate small account with our analysis. So where are we going today? Today we'll be on VIX 75. That's my favorite volatility because of the push movement, but it kills. So let's rush down. Let's rush down to VIX 75. Okay, so 75. So remember that this analysis was based on what we know. You know that trading is all about probability, it's not a certainty. So whatever we are doing here is what we do on our own trade. We're not just doing this for teaching, we are doing this in our own real account. So some of you were saying that it's a demo. Can we see your real account? I can't use my real account and be teaching. It's very dangerous to me. So let's write down. What are we gonna do? What first thing we're gonna do? You all know that first thing you do in a trade is to do what? Is to define the structure of a market. That's the first thing you have to do. And what the structure of this market now, some of you may not know. Even me now, I don't know. What will I do now? The first thing I will do is to pull my what? My moving average. That's my favorite indicator that I use to analyze the structure of a market. But if you are confused about what I'm saying, I have a video on trend line, how you can use indicator moving average to define your market. I get my point. So I have to pull my what? My moving average. The first moving average I will pull now is called 200 moving average. That's my good moving average I used to define structure of a market. Hence is 24 hours, meaning a day trade. So I put it out now. What I'm going to do, go and hit your indicator. Your indicator is your indicator. You search for your moving average. Once you search your moving average, it's out. So the only thing you do, you click on it and give it a length. Let me give it 200 length. That's what I will use here. 200. Then we can change the style to black because of white background that I'm using. So we are done. So totally now you have seen the nature of this market. Is the market is totally in downtrend because it's having uptrend for months. Look at it here. It's having uptrend. It's having uptrend for months. So what am I? It's having uptrend for months, but it's have done what? It have done what? It have breaking the 200 moving average. So the only thing that I'll be thinking here is for retest entering for sell. So the momentum is very high. This, remember, this is 24 hours. This is a day chart. So the first thing we are going to do here is what? We have to look for our area, some critical areas of support. Now something like this. Excuse me. So sorry. I put my horizontal line, pressing ARTH is out. So whenever it's out, here I think here here is a very good support. Some time ago, it's a very good support. So, but it have broken it. What will be? What will be our fate? What will be our fate? Our fate now is looking for retest. Now, retest we're talking about should be somewhere here. The retest will be hoping should be here. Be hoping for a retest somewhere there. Yes. Once it comes to this area, be hoping to see something like that. That's what we'll be hoping for. But if you ask me now to enter the market because I see it moving down, I can't do that because anything can happen. It have no floor to have a base. There's no structure there that can hold this. So what we be hoping for is for the market to comes back to this area. If the market comes back to this area, then we hope for what? We hope for entry, and that entry should be when you see a good confirmation of candlestick like doji and golfing bar somewhere around this 794341 price. That's not the only thing that we'll be hoping here. If I can say now, the trend is still valid. For those of you who are thinking that it's still valid for some people. They'll be thinking that they respected here someday, and it will go back again if it has a good, yeah, going back there is for those who is scalping. I can scalp this if I'm waiting for such trend to happen. Look at what I'm saying. If the market gives an entry at this age I'm talking about, I'll be doing what? I will find a good candlestick confirmation. If it eventually holds at this trend line that I drawn, then I will scalp when it comes here. When it comes to just little scalping about some minutes or hours. So now where are we heading to? Let's head down to our 1 hour time frame. We have defined this trend. So let's pull another horizontal line, another support. If it doesn't hold, if it doesn't retrace back, let's pull another. So another horizontal line, we have put it out. So this is areas we are hoping for the drop. We are hoping for this area for the drop. So what are we gonna do now? Let's go down to our lower time frame. My lower time frame, I always use 4 hours and 1 hour, and sometimes if I have time I use 15 minutes as my entry. But for this now, I don't always advise for shorter time frame on volatility, because if you are setting your stop loss, some of beginners will be thinking that it's too big for them. But if they set it on 1 hour, they will think it's small. But for meantime, they didn't show the same. But I'm no reason why I'm talking that. So what I'm gonna do now, we go to our 1 hour time frame. So we choose 4 hours to see what we have set so far, if it aligns with what we are hoping for. So you got to minimize the chart a little just to see what we've done. Okay, I've seen the clear sense of what we've done so far. This is what you're waiting for. 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 So if the market, if the market comes to this area, this area, we are good to go. And gives a good confirmation here. It have defined that the market is totally in what? In downtrend. So anything that you're doing, you're selling off. You're selling off. So now what am I hoping for? I should put another indicator called moving average again, but it should be around what? Around 50. So now I've put my 50 moving average. This is my 50 moving average. You click on it, you a give it an input. Call it what? Call it 50. Once you pull it out, you're done. So for those of you know it, I've defined it already. Let's zoom it a little. Let's zoom it a little. Let's zoom it. So now as you can see, the 50 moving average has already told you that the market is in a healthy trend. So what we are hoping for the markets to come here and give us a good entry. We pull down our trigger of selling. So is that another thing that I will forget? It's not another thing that I've no, we're not forgetting another thing. All you need to do now is to stay close, but because I will do another thing now that someone will like to see. So let's go down to 1 hour and see the structure, what it says. Okay, it's out. Okay, this is our 1 hour. This is our 1 hour time frame. What are we hoping for? We're still hoping for the market. We're still hoping for the market to do what? To come to this area. To come to this area, sorry. Still hoping for the market to come to this area. Once it comes to this area and give us a good confirmation, we got to do what? We got to sell market. So that's coming to the end of this video. So if you like what you're doing so far, just share with your friends, follow this channel. We'll be drawing more of these. I know I'm taking much long time in analyzing this market, but you don't have to blame me. I'm taking it step by step for those who are slow learners to capture, also learn at the same time. Maybe in soon time or later, the person should be analyzing the market on his own. But do me a favor, if you find anything error in what you're doing, the process is still learning. If you have done anything that you think that is not right, you can still click on your inbox. I'll drop my email below. You can chat me. I will hesitate to respond. Drop your comments on the comment section. Let's discuss more on it. But still remember that this market is what we're hoping till next week. So those of you that are volatility love traders, keep on looking on this. That's what we'll be hoping throughout this week and next week, because eventually it's gonna happen. Remember, it's all about probability, it's not a certainty. So for those of you that I'm dropping disclaimer that I'm dropping this, and it doesn't mean that everything I said here that we hold. This is based on what I learned for series of years and what I'm doing. That's what I use to earn my own living. So whenever you take a trade that is fair, it doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing or the other person don't know what he's doing. It means that it's a probability. Anything can happen. That's why you use to what? You use 1:3 in every trade that you're doing, so that if you lose, 1% of your capital. It won't take you anything. You still have another 1,000 capital to do what, to stake another time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.